rhythm captivates.
Hey, this is Lisa Ray and you're watching Ballroom Culture TV.
What's up, you guys? It's your girl Victoria Monet, and you are watching Ballroom Culture TV.
You want some fab ballroom exclusive content on the ballroom scene? Download Ballroom Culture TV app right now.
After a long day, stress and tension can take their toll. Relief is just a few taps away at TonySean.com. With Tony Sean's mobile massage service, comfort comes directly to you. Professional, certified, and a proud member of the American Massage Therapy Association. No need to leave the house. Tony brings the spa to your door. Each detail is designed to create a calming, rejuvenating experience. Feel your tension melt away under the skilled hands of Tony Sean. Book your personalized massage with Tony Sean today at TonySean.com or call 312-773-7868.
Welcome. I'm here with the legendary, I'm Jay from Ballroom Culture TV, here with the legendary father, Cash Gorgeous Gucci, and we're going to be talking about the Ballroom Pride Fest Honor Awards Ball that is happening in Miami, Florida on April the 5th. So how are you doing today, Cash?
What's good? What's good? What's poppin', Jay? How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm great to have you here, and I'm ready to like break down these categories and get to know like what you expect from this ball.
Okay.
I know you've been having it for a while, so I want to ask you just a few questions. Like why do what inspires you to even throw this ball in the first place?
Um, okay, I just like giving back to my community. I truly enjoy throwing events and throwing balls in Florida. More or less, I started doing this with the pop ball and creating a weekend over Pride. And I think I've been doing this now since at least doing balls over Pride since I think 2018, if not 2017.
Right.
So I've been doing balls about that long, and I think what also inspires me is I was a club promoter for a long time, and learning that I could actually throw balls kind of to the same magnitude and build my name on that level, platform kids, platform a community, platform people. I just found it to be fun, and I truly enjoy it.
Right. And you like giving space for ballroom to thrive for the most
100%.
part. No, that's dope, man.
Especially when it comes to Miami, felt like I felt like I was able to use myself to bring the scene to elevate it just a bit. I felt like although I'm originally from New York, I lived in Florida for a long time. I started ballroom there, and then I moved back to New York, and then I was in a kind of in a place of just going back and forth. And I had decided like some years ago, one of my friends also had asked me to join his pop ball, and that's kind of what created me to like start throwing balls. But I chose Miami more or less because I felt like for a long time, um, a lot of people knew me, so I think that it made it easier for me to gather people to come down to Miami to go to some of my events. And I brought a lot of people to their first time ever going to ballroom down there. I felt like a lot of people were at one point going there for vacations. There were some other promoters that were definitely gathering people, but I felt like I was a big part of that. So I definitely was
Right.
able to use who I am in New York City to gather a lot of people from New York, and then venture out and just gather other people to come down there.
Can you describe the Miami ballroom scene as compared to the New York scene? Like, how is it similar and how is it different?
Okay, let me think. Okay, so one thing that I feel that New York and Miami probably both have is diversity. I feel like they're two cities that are pretty diverse. What I think is different is just you can't compare New York ballroom scene, I feel like, to anything.
Right.
I feel like New York, it's infused in our culture, where if anything, I'm trying to push ballroom culture into Miami. I
Gotcha.
feel like it's infused into gay culture, into New York City. I feel that everybody talks with gay lingo, everybody does ballroom aspect things in New York, even if they're not involved in ballroom, because it's like embedded into the culture here. When
Yeah.
it comes, and then I think that there's a big difference with the North and the South. Um, One thing I do enjoy about the South is I think that there's more structure there. Believe it or not, I think there's a lot more structure on how they kind of go about things. I think New York is kind of just a
Because
big
they don't
free
like
for
ban
all.
people and stuff like that in New York.
It's not that they don't ban people in New York. I just don't think that. I think that New York is a mecca of ballroom, and I think because it just comes from like a lot of older heads and a lot of different places. And I think that when ballroom originally established, it wasn't meant to be put into a box. I think as it spread out to other places, they started creating it to have a little bit more structure, a little bit more things. And that's why I feel that the South, especially with Southeast, well, now I guess the Southern Coalition or whatever, I just think that it's kind of just made it just creates itself to like a different structure. Um, I
Right.
don't know.
That makes sense. That definitely makes a lot of sense. Um, One thing that I do notice about like New York, and I have more experience in New York than Miami, but like New York is very like diverse, but it's also a little bit segregated, just as far as like the neighborhoods, like they kind of
Mhm.
almost like stick together. Is Miami the same way?
Kind of. I want to say kind of. I mean, I do want to say
Right.
that there are some areas that that there's predominantly white people, there's predominantly Spanish people, there's predominantly Black people, but I think both of them are melting pots. I think when it comes to New York, you can't get probably more diverse than that. But I want to say probably I would think Miami's probably second probably for diversity, like honestly, because I feel when I look at Miami, I look at it being from Latinos to a lot of Caribbean people to just different people from different areas of the South, there's different things, and I just feel like overall it has a diversity that makes it very special. I mean, that's honestly why I live in these two cities. I love the diversity of both of them. Again, I do think that it's different, but the diversity is what actually really gets me for both places.
Business wise, which one is better, Miami or New York?
Okay, so here's the thing. I've thrown balls in New York, but I've only thrown like mini balls or what I consider boutique balls. I've never
Right.
actually thrown a major ball in New York City. And in
Why not?
Florida, and this is and mind you, I'm gonna just keep this a buck. I don't make money off the balls I throw. It's really actually me really
Yeah, because
really
you're giving away so much money.
yeah, and I'm okay with that because my thing is about platform. My thing is about platforming people and about creating a space and an energy for people so
Right.
that people can have big wins, so people can be in the $1,000 club, so they can get that exposure. That's what I was also trying to say. Like my balls, I already realized they're a little different. I normally hire you. I normally hire Caesar. I normally hire Jack. I normally hire a lot of out of towners and a lot of different things to create a big buzz and a big media base so that people could be seen.
Right. And I appreciate you booking me. Like you do your business right. I don't ever gotta chase behind you for no damn deposit, nothing like that. So I appreciate the way you do business, and you always give like it should be a really good ball. It don't just be, money making opportunity. It'd be an opportunity of ballroom greatness. So I'm excited to see like what's to come for 2025. And I know like in the past, like you've had it with Scar and Oso and the other guy, and this
Icon Danny.
Icon Danny. And last year you had it by yourself, and it was
Yeah.
like really really successful. And now you having it with all of them again, except without Oso. So why is Oso left out? And what was the whole switch up from you doing it with them to you doing it by yourself? To you now teaming back up with some of them? Like, what's the story behind that?
Okay. So the thing is, originally we were doing the pop ball. Then we went from doing the pop ball to doing we last 2024 we decided to do the awards ball.
Right.
Unfortunately, the promoters kind of got into it towards the end of the event, um, and also felt offended, I believe, or just felt mishandled. And he had said that he was canceling the opportunities of doing the pop ball, and that he was doing like some type of band, and he wanted to take it and bring it out the country. He didn't want us no longer using that brand. I jumped. The Pop Bowl is one of the longest balls ran that has been running in Florida. Some people would consider it to be like the latex of Florida.
Right.
And also, unfortunately, just certain things happen. Me and also we're good friends. I don't have an issue with him.
Word. So
However,
y'all not good friends no more.
no, we are. No, we still
Okay.
are.
Okay.
Um, we that's what I'm saying. I'm still good friends with him. How others might feel, the other people that I'm not 100% sure, but I don't have an issue. And if anybody knows me, I'm a pretty neutral, social person. I don't take things too personal. Um, as you see, I make business fun. I don't take it
Yeah.
too seriously. As long as everybody gets paid. One thing I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna rip people off. I will take an L before I let someone else take an L. Um, and with that being said, there really wasn't no issues. And last year I did decide. Last year I just decided, and with Oso's wishes and everybody else's wishes, I decided to do the ball on my own. I was going to originally do this ball originally on my own, but I asked my other two co-hosts because originally this was supposed to be the awards ball, and I felt like with this I might just need the extra hands and the help. And I've worked really well with Scar. I feel like he keeps me on my P's and Q's, and the same thing with Icon Danny. That's my gay father, so I think having them a part of this year was great. And I don't mind working on different people with different projects. That's just how I am. I just wanted this to be like a neutral, easy thing, and I'm basically been taking initiative on this year's ball as well, versus kind of like how we've been about things in the past. But overall, yeah,
So who
I
got
love
into
my.
it also? Because you said one of the other promoters, Scar,
Um,
and was it
I
physical
think
or just verbal?
it was just verbal and the statements that were brought in up, and I just think that they just didn't appreciate it, and I don't know how they mend things from there. I think from how they felt, they just didn't want to like work together. I think everybody's neutral and cool. I just think that it kind of just left a bad taste in their mouths where they're like, you know what, I'm good, I'm just pulling back. I don't have no issue with you, but I think that it was just a way that also had wrote some things out they just really didn't appreciate. Kind of just threw people under the bus. He apologized. I'm a forgiving person. I kind of was just like, whatever. I told also, maybe we could work on some other things in the future.
Right.
I don't have an issue with him. Again, just like I told Scar and I told Danny, I could work with all of them separately. I don't mind working with them together. I'm just a person. I just feel like I try to be easy to work with, and I just try to make shit happen.
I appreciate that. And anybody, if you're watching this, like, comment, and subscribe. Um, and I really appreciate you, being transparent about that, Cash. If I'm not mistaken, this weekend is like Pride weekend in Miami, or no?
Yeah. It's South Beach Pride weekend. Although my event is not on South Beach, pretty close. It's like probably like 15, 20 minutes away in downtown Miami. But yeah,
Mhm.
during the weekend, it's South Beach Pride. There's a whole bunch of events. There's a huge parade on Sunday. Typically, I throw parties as well. So I'll be having a party that Friday, a opening party. I'll probably be trying to have like an after party after the ball as well. And then Sunday, I'll be doing like a closing party. I
And
just try to make it a fun weekend overall. Hmm?
where can people find that party information at?
It'll be on my event page. I haven't 100% established everything together. That's actually what's
Gotcha.
next in the works. I just had to do a lot of focusing on this ball and getting this ball rolling. So I haven't had the opportunity, but information will be dropped out shortly. And then I'm trying to figure out what promoters I'm planning to work with, or if I'm going to do this 100% independently or as a duel again, like I did last year.
Gotcha. And we are live right now on Facebook and YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, after the live stream, I will link the event page in the description, but the event page is actually already in the title of the video on Facebook. Or you can download my app, Ballroom Culture TV, and go to the events calendar, and the event page is like linked there, and all the other balls that I have coming up. So it's dope that because regardless of the ball or anything, like it's Miami. Like you don't have to really like sell a lot of people on Miami. Miami is a sexy city. It's a city
It
that
is.
people usually have fun, like regardless of whatever, like you're gonna have fun in Miami.
Agreed.
So I'm ready. Like you always give out like a lot of money too. This time you're giving out 15,000. How did you choose some of the grand prizes that you chose? Like why did you put the money towards where you put it to?
I realized. Okay, so this is what I realized. I realized as I've risen the price of money, it attracts more people. I was just looking for a different diversity. Actually, at one point, I wanted to do 20,000, but they told me cash slow down. They were the
Right.
cash don't. They were the cash don't do it. I wanted to do 20,000 because this is my 20th year walking Butch Queen face. Originally, I was supposed to do this with the awards ball. This was supposed to be the 20th award, the 20th anniversary for the awards ball. I just had like a little bit of issues, and we just decided to kind of do honors and kind of still go about it in a similar way, but just Just letting them probably do a separate awards. But we're still figuring that out if we're gonna do. But regardless, yeah, I don't even want to get to all that actually.
So since you've been
But
walking for 20 years, do you think you should be an icon?
I think I'm on my way. I think I'm on my way. Um,
What do you think you have
I
to
know
do
that. Go ahead.
more to be considered?
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you this. I just feel like for myself, before I get deemed an icon, I just want to make some more legendary moments, walking legendary face. That's just my own thing. I think that the work I do is iconic because from what everything that I read, if it's giving back, I've done that. I've done that for 7 years.
Right.
I platformed, I put on my back, I have given out thousands and thousands of dollars. I have made way for people to make their big hits, big wins in Florida. So I do know that I've done the work of what it is to be an icon. Some people have talked about it, like, am I ready? And I just feel like I'm almost there. I'm almost there. And some people think that I should be. Like I said, I just want a couple of more just do a little bit more in my actual category, so that I feel that it's like 100% solidified. I felt like I did my thing to get to legendary phase. I've held my own, since I've been a legend and walking legendary phase. I just want a couple of more moments. That's how I feel.
And you've already got a lot of moments under your belt already, but I understand you wanted to make more. Speaking about moments and grand prizes and all that, it takes a lot to put all this money together and stuff like this. So tell me about your sponsors. Who helped sponsor the ball? Who's putting this 15K up?
You really want to know?
Who? Yourself?
My motherfucking self. This go
Oh, you're
round.
crazy. You're
I'm
crazy.
not crazy. I'm
A
not
little bit, but
crazy.
we love it though. We love it. We love your
Yeah.
crazy.
I'm not crazy because if you understand math and you know how to do business and you know how to do things, you kind of know how to kind of come. I may not make no profit, and I'm not saying that. So hold on.
Not
So
even off the bar?
hopefully this, huh?
Not even off the bar, you won't make a profit?
See, because I'm able to make money with Sequoia, I might just cut even, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that this go round. Maybe next year I'm gonna make bigger money. See, so here's the thing. With some of the sponsorships, things was a little uneasy this year, due to some of the things that are going on with Trump, going on with some of the other things. Hopefully, well, one of my big sponsors, and the thing is, and that's why I said I can't 100% say that they're not sponsoring. It's just that things are a
They
little bit
haven't yet.
they're in the air.
And you
But
can't you can't count until it's in the bank.
correct. But I will say shout out to Impulse. Impulse helped me out a lot last year. They were exactly who I partnered up with. They just have some really big events and their money's in some really big things in March. And I won't be able to get my full answer until about March. But I will say that they're one of my sponsors. I would say Pride Lines is another one of my sponsors to do testing. I have other little things that we're working with and that we're trying to gather, but nothing has been nothing is 100%. And I've been a person, I'm okay with taking my money, flipping my money, and doing what I need to do. And I feel that because I have a good name in ballroom. One thing I want everyone to know: I don't play with people's money. You come to my ball, my money's being given out. If anything was to even ever happen at my ball, I'm going to make sure that next day, which I not like that's like a thing that's gonna happen, but I don't play when it comes to the ideas of people participating, people getting their money. I'm very high on security, so the security will be all throughout that. I'm not expecting any type of violence, any type of issues. I use venues that work in our favor, that's for our community, that's not going to just shut us down, that's not going to tell us X, Y, and Z, that's not going to be like, okay, you guys get the fuck up out of here or anything like that.
Okay.
Some people ask me like, why do
The
I
day
keep using my
before.
venue? But my venue works. The venue works for me, and I use venues that
And I
are,
like that venue. That venue is not bad. It's in a
yeah.
decent area.
I feel like it's a decent area. There's parking. There's outside. It might get a little hot, so if it does, you got an outside area.
But what
But
ball
ventilation,
doesn't?
yeah. What Pack Ball doesn't. They allow us to bring in food. They allow us to have strong drinks. They allow us to kind of do this the way that I
Be
want to
authentic.
do it. Yeah. So for me, it works. So like I said, I like it. It works. The community likes it. I started off using a stage at first. Some people got over the stage. We started just doing, the regular floor with the guard railings, and people really like that. This year, the only thing I will make sure is that we have more spacing. I realized in the battle zone, it was getting a little tight. So I'm going to make sure that this year that the area is a little bit more wide.
Thank you.
Um,
That it was tight, but I mean, it's like, what can you do when there's so many people there?
yeah.
You know, it's packed out like that. I mean, it's only so much you can do. But yeah, like it was amazing last year. I can't wait to see what it is this year. This
Me
year, who are
too.
you
I
picking
think
for
that
your
this year I'm a
commentator?
little bit more excited. There's more money.
Right.
I actually last year I did that ball. I think I did that ball like in 75 days, and really a hard 60 to really be honest. This year I started it a little earlier, even though I started late compared to some of the other balls. But I started earlier. So I am excited to see what happens this year.
Right.
And I think that there's a little bit more diversity this year as far as houses and people who are interested. I also think with this year, um, I think more people have a point to prove. I think there's been a little less balls in the South. Like for instance, Atlanta's awards ball was in Southeast. Wasn't a Southeast ball. This one is. I think
Aren't they in the
that,
southeast?
huh?
Aren't they in the southeast stuff?
Yes, but every ball does not count for Southeast. There's requirements. You have to put it out a certain amount of time. It has to go through an alliance. It has to have a certain amount of money given out. It has to be on a certain way for it to be awarded for
So
Southeast.
the Atlanta
Some
Wars ball
balls,
wasn't
some
counted
of the
of the
balls that
year.
they didn't. So,
I think you skipping.
huh?
I think your
Oh, we're getting a
connection.
little bad connection.
Yeah, just a little bit. But yeah, I get
Okay,
that. Okay.
perfect.
Go closer to your router.
No, what happened?
Okay, you back a little bit. You kind of fuzzy, but you back for the most part. Okay.
Am I?
Who did you? I mean, you a little fuzzy, but you're not skipping no more. So who did you get for your commentators?
Okay. Okay, so my commentators this year, one of Florida's finest, Taboo. She did my awards ball last year. She's probably like the voice of Florida. She's gonna be one of my commentators. The icon from the Midwest, Contrell, Gorgeous Gucci. And then my bitch from the South, the mouth of the South, Paris, the commentator. He'll be my
Gotcha.
MC.
And
Typically,
why
I
did you
use Jack, but
choose all
unfortunately,
three of them?
because I think they all bring a different flavor.
Hmm.
I think they all bring a different flavor. I think they all bring a different energy. Typically, I do use Jack and someone else, but unfortunately, he was booked already for a different event. Hopefully, he'll be there that Sunday to party with us and possibly an aftermath or something. But yeah, so I chose to me my other top three that to me that would just make a good formula and create some good energy.
Right. So this far, you've gotten everything. Like, I mean, it seems like it's been pretty like seamless, but we all know like just throwing a ball, it can be challenging, and there could be difficulties that arise. What difficulties have you experienced while planning this, and what would you do differently? Even though you've done so many so far, but for this specific instance, this specific ball.
All right, so I'm gonna be a little honest. Okay,
Be honest.
so this year I felt like I had a bit of issues with
Mm,
the Florida Alliance.
mm.
And that's what kind of made things change. I kind of wish that
Oh.
those aspects didn't happen.
Right, because you had to
So
change the name of the ball, right?
yes. So okay.
Mm.
So and I actually break it down and I'll tell you what happened. I felt like some rules changed in the alliance. There was like a lot of different placement of different people of how things are being run and done this year. So the alliance was upset because I'm used to doing things a certain way, and I guess because this is they I feel like the alliance felt like this isn't my ball. This is considered the ball for the because the Florida Alliance kind of governs the awards ball, because they
Okay.
have more of a say so. So I felt like we kind of bumped heads on how I went about things and how I produced it and how I put it out, and they didn't agree. And then we kind of bumped heads and we got into some arguments, and then it led me to just be like, you know what, you guys take care of the Florida Awards Bowl. Because originally what I was planning to do was continue doing my Pride Fest Ball kind of like last year, but I wanted to put the Florida Awards on top of it because there wasn't a designated ball this year to actually do it. So I think around January of this year, I told them, hey, if we don't have something, I know that I have a pretty good ball with a pretty good platform. Why don't we use my ball? Why don't we use this ball to basically platform the years and everything? I just felt like with it being governed and with certain things, it just kind of like bumped heads a bit. And maybe because I was in my emotions a bit and the way that they rubbed me, I just felt like they just said and did a couple of things that there were just a lot of things that I didn't like of how they
So
handled
what
me.
was said that you didn't like? Or maybe you don't want to be like
Yeah, I don't
specific
want
and
because I
give
don't
us
want to
like a,
create too. I don't want to create too much issues and things.
even though drama is good for ball. Leading
It
up
is.
drama is good for
It
ball.
can
But
be. But see, I'm tired of things backfiring on me. So here's the thing: I did want to originally do the award portion, but I
right.
felt like it was just too much opinions and too much people telling me how they felt like things were supposed to be done, or it was like, oh, this is the 20th anniversary, that venue's not great enough, or oh, you didn't produce this like this, or oh, we think that it should be like, and it was just a lot.
But should if they have a say so in the ball, shouldn't they only have a say so in like the award ceremony or like who gets what, or you know what I mean? They shouldn't have like, right. I got you. Okay.
So those were the things that I felt like, and then they felt like when I really put out my event page, a rough draft was up, and they felt like it started getting too much traction, and they felt like it wasn't given to them correctly. So then they told me my ball wasn't going to count for wouldn't count for ball of the year as a repercussion, and then they kicked me off the alliance, telling me that I needed to take some repercussions for the way of how I do things, and I felt like that was a slap in my face for all that I actually do for the
So
community and for
is this the Florida Alliance or is this the Southern Alliance?
the Florida Alliance.
So
Regardless,
who
this
all
ball was
is in
gonna,
the Florida Alliance?
huh?
Who all is in the Florida
Now
Alliance?
that I ain't gonna do. Y'all gonna get me in a lot of trouble. But the appointed people for those appointed houses, and when we had that discussion, everybody wasn't on the call. So unfortunately, I was outnumbered. Things went a certain way, and then I just decided to just draw back from doing the awards. Last year when I was doing my Pride Festival, I had actually wanted to since I wanted to create a different energy from the pop ball from what I was doing. And again, me having such a long tenure in ballroom, so I actually have 21 years in ballroom. I just have 20 years walking face. My first year coming on site Florida Ballroom, I was walking realness for about a year. So I come out in 2004. So for me, it was just about me giving back to the community. And I just felt like I said, I just felt like it was just becoming a bit of a headache. So I just kind of pulled back some, and I told them, hey, I'm gonna just make this an honors ball. I still want to go through with the demons. I still want to do what's up with Icon Danny. Want to, as far as putting people in the Hall of Fames, platforming people, giving people a thing. But I told him I kind of want to do an honors ball, similar to like how Virginia does honors, and I just want to honor people who I like. My big thing of what I'm always trying to do is I'm trying to honor a lot of people who I felt like just deserves some type of recognition. I feel like with Florida Ballroom Team, we've been around for a long time. It wasn't always given love, or certain things wasn't done the right way. So I feel like where I'm at today, I would love to get back to people that I feel like are my peers, some voices that haven't been heard, some people who maybe they don't walk so much anymore, but they're still around 12 to 13 years later, or people who've left a mark there. And this is just me. This is going to be the first time I'm trying out creating like a honor system, and then next year I want to do it a little bit differently, and in more coming years I want to go about it differently. But I really want to take a chance to really give some love back to the old school. One thing I'm very big on is bridging gaps. I bridge a lot of gaps between older and younger. I'm a person who is a little bit older, but I still have very young energy. And I'm in the clubs, I'm outside, so I'm always going to be in that young light. But one thing that I feel that I come, like, I come inside Ballroom in 2004. And in those times, we really have respect for our elders. I feel
Mhm.
like a lot of kids and a lot of people only care about what's going on now. And I
Mhm.
care about the older people, I care about the younger people, I care about the mid people. And I feel like that's what's always made my balls different from a lot of other people, period. I have so much respect for people who are in their 50s, 40s, older, or whatever, that's actually put ballroom on their back before it was a thing, before it was cool to walk balls and do all this other stuff. So I try to like bridge a lot of those gaps. The same way I feel like I bridge a lot, like I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I bridge a lot of gaps between blacks and Latinos and just cultures. I bridge the gap between club and ballroom. I bridge the gap between pageantry and ballroom. I have nothing to do with pageantry as well, but I have a love for the art and for their culture. So I'm always constantly trying to put some of their categories in. That's why, and I've never done this before, and I'm gonna see if this, has any type of good turnout. I did a $500 lip sync category where really I should have put $500 to like old way, new way, or something else. But I said, let me see if this attracts a different community and a different crowd. I do things like Q&A just so that we have like conversations about HIV and awareness.
Right.
And I just like mixing ideas and things, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do this go round again. And I'll see how that works and how it platforms itself.
Right. I respect that. And a lot of times I say like you can, or at least I can tell like somebody's motive when they're having a ball. Like some people are literally just looking for the profit, and some people are looking to create a space for ballroom to continue and to thrive. And you can definitely tell the difference between the rent balls and the people that actually care, the way they handle business, and also like just everything. So I really
Yeah,
appreciate
I'm
that
not. I'm
about
not. I'm not
you.
trying to. I'm not trying to pay my rent from this ball. My rent's gonna get
Right,
paid regardless. Like,
right.
now don't get me wrong. I am a business person, so I that's why I said,
If
okay,
it don't
maybe
make
I'm not a.
dollars, it don't make sense.
Yeah.
Right,
So here's my thing. If I don't make money there, I could probably make money off my parties. Why? I'm not giving out money. When you don't give out money and you're just throwing events, you're able to supply people with a good thing. But here's my other thing. I like entertainment, so I'm hiring strippers. I'm hiring big things. I like putting on a show. I like putting on
right.
events. I know for me, what my big plan is for this to become a pride that I'm the face of, and that ballroom is a part of, and it just to get bigger and bigger. Like literally, the pride that this was more of a Latin white pride, and I started getting a lot of black people to come down. Black people were really focused. Wait, hold on, Beerford, don't laugh at me. Black people
I'm
was really
good. I
focused at one point.
understand.
With black,
When
the
you
black,
down there in like Walmart, like everything is in Spanish. I get it.
yeah.
It is kind of like
Black people
spaced
was
out.
really more focused on going to Sizzle and my Miami Sizzle weekend.
Yeah,
I feel like I kind of changed people's narrative, and I did, because the thing is, and I love Memorial Day weekend. I love Sizzle. I ended their thing throwing their last ball with them as well. But Memorial Day weekend has always been an expensive weekend. It's super expensive because it's hip hop weekend for the straight people. What made this a little bit different, it was like you're able to get people to come down, enjoy. First of all, I feel like April, for it to be a pride in April, it's like the beginning of prides. Most people prides are, they start becoming in like May,
June.
June, July,
Mhm.
over the summer. So this is like a beginning pride. I also feel
So
like
it's like
it's
the
like
flag
a
kickoff.
it's a pride kickoff. It's like a spring break as well for a lot of people. Um,
Right, right.
Chicago is going to be freezing. New York is
Right.
going to be cold. A lot of northern places is going to be cold. So Miami, hot, warm. Like not even that, but the beach water is warm. A whole parade that attracts a group of people who just want to have fun.
Definitely. Like I said, you really don't even have to like sell people on Miami because it's Miami. If you can afford to get yourself down there, You better come because it's always a
And
good
let me tell you
time.
something, and that's another thing. It's not that expensive. It really is. If you actually
It's
plan,
not.
tickets are cheap right now. Fly into Fort Lauderdale, fly into Miami. You're gonna get yourself around. One thing I've been really big on is just the rest of Ballroom knowing our community, to have brothers and sisters to be able to come out and to be able to show out and actually have fun. And then Miami's also a little bangy, so all my bangy people, come on out, baby. We're gonna have a bangy fun
Right.
time still. Like, we really are, like, and and you're right. That's why I actually market Miami. I feel like Miami sells itself as far as the scenery and everything else. What I needed, what my purpose was for what I've been doing was letting people know that my balls are respected. I have respected legends and icons that sit on my panel. Money's not being played with. Things are going to happen. The ball is going to finish. We're going to get through. We're going to get through our things. I did have some hiccups in the beginning, and that's because I didn't know that my balls were going to get so big at first. I was following a formula when I first came out of what I thought worked until I realized, no, Cash. If everybody else's balls is 4 hours, I might need six. If my balls are six, I might need now I do an 8 hour run. And this year I
Right.
might need a little bit longer. And it's okay. I have a venue that's going to work with me. That's why I'm starting early. Doors will open at 4 p.m. I want to start the ceremony parts early. I want the ball to get in early, people to get money in their pockets early so we can go out and party early. I am a party fun person. The ball is just for us to get out to, do our big ones for the community. But after that, baby, I want us to be in that club rolling around having a good time.
Right. What time does the doors open, and what time does LSS start, and
So
how much is
I
it to get in?
Okay. So we're doing pre-sale tickets of $40. It's gonna be $50. It's gonna be $50 at the door. Pre-sale tickets will be sold up until like the day before, giving everybody an opportunity to be able to get the deduction. I will be doing a student thing where students pay half off because I'm all about education as well. So
Okay.
if you are a student, I am going to have certain links. There are going to be certain things for them to be able to pay the discounted price, because I'm really big on the ideas of young gay LGBT people going to school, getting some education, and letting ballroom actually be curricular. Ballroom should not be our number one priority. So, schoolmates, if you guys have your school IDs and all that stuff, there will be a discount. I'm actually planning to go to some colleges. I'll be going to FIU in about 2 weeks. They have a mock ball that's coming up, and a lot of the students came last year. I want to just be able to expose people to ballroom as well. So hopefully that one day they'll want to be a part of it.
Right. Right. That's dope. That's dope. I like that. And we got a couple of questions from people on the live. I have like two more questions. So my first question is, I want you to describe your expectations of what you want the ball to be like in 5 words or less. Like
I
after the
don't know
night
about
is
five
done.
words, y'all. Hold on. I expect the ball to be fun. I expect it to have good energy, and I expect it to be fair. Those are the words that I think of. I think it's
Okay.
pride. I want people to have fun. There's a lot of money on the line. There's 15,000. And I just want people to have fun. I want people to, like, one thing. I'm going to tell you something. What made me realize really last year, what made me feel good. It felt like every house that came inside that ball last year, every house walked away with money. That was the first ball I threw that I got nothing but good feedback. And I felt like it's the way that I broke the categories down. Every house. There wasn't, I swear to God, there wasn't one house that went inside my ball last year that did not walk away with money. Now, maybe some had bigger money than others, but everybody, almost every house, La Beja, Ebony, Gucci, Balenciaga, Lambin, like, or like almost DMB, um, it was like
Everybody.
everybody walked away with money. And I feel like Florida's just fair grounds. I don't feel like we throw all the shade like some of the other places. I feel like some people aren't aware of who's what and what's what, so it's more fair. Um,
Yeah. I
I
think
try.
every place has like unfairness, but to your point, I think Florida is one of the more, like you said, neutral kind of sort of, to where like I think the talent speaks first most of the time. So just come be on your A game, and you won't have nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
It's not like I don't see a lot of judges being super petty down there.
Yeah. I'm not with the ideas or also where things
Except
create
for that one
frequency,
time in Orlando, but that don't count.
which
But we
wasn't
talking
one of
about
mine.
Miami. Right,
Right.
we talking about Miami.
Right. Where I try to make sure that my panels are so diverse that people can't be in cahoots with each other, that people are trying. Yeah, another thing I do, which I'm going to do again, I do two chops rules. I'm a big believer of the two chop rule. A lot of people think that it's me softening things. No, here's my thing. I don't have time for one person to shade somebody for big money. If it's shade or if it's it's not deserved, more than one person is going to think it, and more than one person is going to chop you.
Right.
Sometimes I feel like with certain things, people literally get on panels to try people or take out them vendettas. This happened back in
5 years
like
ago.
5 years ago in Detroit, bitch, and now I'm on the panel, and now I got my chance to get my lick back on you, my house. I don't play with
Mm-mm.
that. That type of shit
Yeah.
is weak. That type of shit makes people not want to go to balls. That type of shit I'm not cool with. I don't like the unfairness. That's why I do two chop rules. And I'm a big believer that more balls, any balls that are giving, especially when they're working categories over $8,000, I feel like it should be two chops. If especially
It don't even take
especially if they're more
8,000.
than nine judges.
They'll pull a stunt over 1,000. Shit. So I
Right.
understand
And
that.
I
I
and
want
I
you
have
to
I have and I have category. Go ahead.
no go
And I
ahead.
have like some categories 2000 2025 3000. I don't have time, like I don't have time for judges to play with people, and I don't have time to make people piss off. I don't want no fights. I don't like violence. I don't want no issues. I don't have time for unfairness. This is about it being fun, and I'm giving out positive energy, and I'm looking for positive energy in return. And I'm telling y'all now, y'all come with negative energy, y'all come with disrespectful energy, you guys will be kicked out this ball. I'm not playing that. That's not what I'm on. That's not what I'm about. This is about a fun weekend. It's Pride. It's an anniversary. This is a. You see the dog even. You see the
Right.
dog just said yes.
Come
The
here,
dog
Scott.
was with me.
Get up here. He said that's right. Aw. Look at the dog. Yes. I appreciate, like, I've never seen any like drama at your balls like that, to be honest. And even in Florida, like even when
I
it is
had
a fight, at
one.
least the fight is
We
entertaining.
had. Wait, was you? Did you? You was there actually.
Where?
You don't remember
Well,
the?
I don't know. Like if it is a fight, the fight is at least entertaining. So it's not
No.
like,
Well, it wasn't so much a fight. I don't know if you that Rouge Ball aftermath.
I didn't go to the aftermath. I went to the main ball.
Good
So
job.
that don't count. So I ain't none of the balls I've been to of yours
Um.
ever resulted in like
Right.
fighting and stuff like that.
And that was the only problem. That was the only ball that I had like any type of issues. But again, I learned from that. I've learned how to get better. I've learned how to be better with handling things. And I don't play when it comes to security. I pay a lot of money for security because I don't have time. And I'm not arguing with people at balls.
Right. What describe Miami's ballroom scene in one word or less?
Um, Diverse.
Diverse.
That's
All
that's
right.
that's the word. Talent,
And
or my
Tawana,
second word is or talented. I think Miami has a lot of talent.
gotcha. And Tawana Ebony wants to know what other categories do you walk, Cash?
So I'm legendary for face. I did used to walk Pretty Boy Realness and Schoolboy Realness. Um, I have I have walked Best Dressed once or twice, and it was something I was gonna play in. I just never really 100% took it seriously. And I walked Sex Siren once and like one, but typically face. I've thought about venturing back into some other things, but I'm kind of just like feeling the waves of things. A part of me thinks about walking Pretty Boy Realness again, but I feel like I've gotten so far in face. I don't know. And a part of me wants to actually start walking Best Dressed, but I told myself if I'm going to take it seriously, I need to take it like 100% seriously. And if I get
I
this
can see
body
you being
together, y'all,
adjustments because you
if I
always
get
do
this body together,
that.
hopefully soon I can just be a little perfect 10. I just need to get this body together.
You silly. I can see that. I can see that for you though. You like to dress nicely. You like to, I definitely think you would bring that justice. Um, Brandon Milan said, "I love your Hall of Fame honorees,
Thank you.
Cash. I think that's so over. I gagged when I saw the post for my auntie Cabbage. Um,
That's why I'm very big on bridging those gaps, making sure people not forgotten. I'm very big on history too,
right.
and I'm very big on, like I
And
said, respecting my elders.
oh, Erica Kane on here.
What up, Erica?
Um, yes, Father, Christian Banks. I love you for that, Markel Valentino. What's up, Markel Valentino?
What up, Markel?
All right, so we can go ahead and get into these categories. That's all my questions. I appreciate your transparency, and like I said, I can't wait to this ball. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the first category, which is do you have any tables left? Let me ask that.
Yes, I have tables. I have tables
And
on sale. My tables start at 750 to 350.
and you can look on the event page for the specifics on the table, where to send the money and the table pricing and all of that.
Correct.
So on this night, we are honoring 20 years of Florida ballroom excellence. So join us as we honor 20 years of the Florida ballroom experience alongside Miami Beach Pride. Legendary father Cash Gorgeous Gucci takes us on a journey through ballroom history, making his 20th anniversary or 21st anniversary in Ballroom, along with the co-host, legendary Scar Revlon and icon Danny Ebony. This special HIV awareness prevention ball is a night of celebration, legacy, and unity during Pride. If you would like to sponsor or add money to a category,
Please, if
please
anybody's out there,
let Cash know.
please.
That's funny. I didn't read this.
Yes, if anybody wants to sponsor any categories, y'all want to make the ballroom, some of these categories a little hotter, please
Right,
inbox
and
me.
it's no what's the minimum? Well, we want to make the minimum like what, like 100?
Baby, there's no minimum. Just send me what you got, and I got you. You tell
Okay.
me what
Well,
y'all want. Y'all want
maybe
to make.
don't send them no
Go ahead.
fives and no tens, y'all. Send them like 100, 500, 1,000. Be generous.
Yeah.
This is ball that we're talking about. If we're not supporting our own, what are we doing? So, um, yeah, please contact one of the three hosts. But I would just any host, I guess. But I don't know. Let's honor the past, embrace the present, and celebrate health, community, and pride. I know that's right. The dress code, so the ball dress code, house colors that you want everybody just like not even category specific, but
No, category
just coming
specific
into the
too.
ball.
So
Oh,
here's the
category
thing.
specific.
So typically, I used to do rainbow and typically in the past,
That's what I'm talking about. When they was about to fight in Orlando, it was like you had to bring it in rainbow colors, and it was like so much confusion on that. Do you remember that?
maybe because here's the thing, and I didn't like that. So here's the thing: the gay pride and the rainbow is actually two different things, and I know that because of the balls that I do. So what I
How
mean
so?
is,
How you mean
so
the
I'm gonna
different
I'm
things?
gonna tell you something. So pink is not a color supposedly in the gay flag, but when you get most rainbow things, if you look at most rainbow things, and I'm being for y'all can Google this because I mean I'm telling y'all because
Pink not
I'm very
in the pride flag?
they took it out. So when you see most gay flags, the color pink is not on there. So people sometimes will argue and be like, "Hey, that's not the gay pride colors. That's like a rainbow thing." Or sometimes they'll have colors inside of a rainbow that maybe is not inside of the actual gay flag. And I think those things are so minor and so dumb because it's like you understand the ideas of what the rainbow was supposed to represent.
Right.
And those minor things bother me. But this year, I'm not doing rainbow, which I typically do. I wanted people to bring the pride into their house. The pride
Mm.
this year is in your house. It's not actually just based on just regular pride. Put the pride in your house, dress well, look good, show out for the categories, be proud of the house that you're in, come up with dope chants, show your energy. There's a lot of money on the line. Show your best, put your best foot forward. So the first, and that's why the first category I did was, dress code as a house. I've never done that category before, but I want to see, and we did it once. I think at least one time I know that they did it at the Prodigy House Ball that T-Boy threw, and the House of Saint Laurent one. They came, I think they did like animal prints or they did like zebra. No, I think they did like yeah, I think they did like some type of animal print, and it was really dope. And this year I just want people to come in their house colors and see who looks best. Like who has the most unity? Who could come up with a
So what
dress
if a
code?
house wants to do something like you said, like come in an animal print or something? Can they like approve that, or do they have to be in their house color?
They have to be in their house colors.
Okay.
The
All
whole
right. For our
ball.
007s, you could participate in all black, all white, or a dazzling pride rainbow effect.
Yeah.
So
And,
all
and
black, all white, and that's for every category.
that's for every category.
Oh, this is gonna be
Category
the easiest category breakdown we've ever done. No, listen.
that's for 007s.
Wait. Okay, so let's honor the legacy and pride of and legacy.
But every other category throughout the night, you gotta come in your house colors.
Every category, you have to
Every
have your house color.
category, you gotta be in your house colors. Shoes are not, okay. So let me just make this disclaimer because I have to, and I'm gonna put this on thing. We're gonna say that black and white could be added. So if you have white shoelaces, white soles, if you have black shoes, white shoes, let's just say your house colors was orange and blue. If there were black trimmings and things like that, we're not going to discolor it because we understand that it's hard to not have certain things with black or white.
Right.
I'm a
Right.
very understanding promoter. I do not like playing with you guys, and I don't like playing with your money. Another thing that is okay is accessories. If you have jewelry, you have gold jewelry, silver jewelry, that's not an issue. That's not a problem for us. If you are stoned out with any of your stuff, that's not an issue. If you have best dress, I don't want it to take away. Just make sure that you're in your house colors. People will play with y'all and will chop y'all if you guys are not in your house colors. So please just make sure that you are aligned with your house. And this is how we will also know what are people's current house colors, because I understand people change their house colors. Some people have multiple, but everybody needs to be in that same dress code. So let's just say you're in the house of.
So let's say if somebody's house colors, what's Gorgeous Gucci house colors?
We have several of them, but I would say green, red, and blue is one of our main ones.
So let's say somebody's house colors is like it got pink in it, right? Now let's say somebody has like whatever they have on is like salmon. Would you consider that pink? Because technically it's not. Are you like being strict like that on the house colors, or do you just have to be like somewhere in the vicinity of that color? Because there's so many different variations of colors. Because like sometimes when they say red, somebody want to wear wine now and be like, "Oh, this is just dark red." No, it's wine. You know what I mean? So like, where you going with that?
Okay. So I'm gonna be honest, because we've done did this before. I done made this shit too easy for y'all. Don't play games with me because y'all gonna play games with yourself. Y'all know damn well if it's red, come in red. Don't come in no burgundy. Don't come in no burgundy. Don't come in shades. That type of stuff is not flying. I made it too easy of a night for y'all to be saying plain. If it's pink, stay with the pink. If it's blue, stay with the blue. I'm not gonna say certain things. I mean, and I guess certain things will be subjective, but don't play yourself. You want to take a chance, and I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna just say this out to me. You want to take a chance to play around, you're gonna take a chance. We're also getting the opportunity of getting chopped.
To be chopped.
You should know your house. You should know your house colors. You should know how to be in unison. And if you stand out, that's because you chose to. So when that judge or somebody questions you, you know that you chose because I made it so easy for y'all to sit back and get this right. So, and like I said, black is okay being part of it. White is okay.
Even in
Accessories
like
are okay.
stitching and also accessories are okay. Now, what about hats? Because hats are technically considered an accessory. However, it's like a main part of your look. So
I
is a
would want
hat considered an
I would want
accessory?
I would want the hat to match what you're wearing. I mean, this is
So a
all
hat
about
is considered an article of clothing, not accessory. This night.
correct.
Gotcha. Um, and you said like the shoes. So what about the soles of the shoes? Don't matter.
I'm not doing all that. I'm
No
not one of them type
shoelaces.
of promoters.
Got you. Okay. All
This is
right.
again, this is about fun, but don't be trying to be slick, y'all. This is about
Right.
fun, but y'all be slick, and when y'all get called out and y'all start what's it called, we not doing all that.
Because every ball, it's a bring it in red. Somebody's bringing it in burgundy or
We're not
wine. You
doing
know
that.
what I mean?
I'm telling y'all now because I done been
It
through this
never
before.
fails. Yeah.
Burgundy is
So
not red. We're not doing it because see, I could have allowed that if I did my regular pride thing and I said come in shades of
mm,
of the rainbow because then I can understand. But we're not playing that. And even before I don't like that type of stuff. We was at a ball, and you're right. We were at a ball in Orlando, and they did the same thing. My girl gonna come inside of a burgundy dress talking about this red. It's not red. We're not doing that. I'm being for real. That's not the energy I want at this ball. Come right, come correct, or don't walk.
right. And
Save
it's
yourself.
bring it in your house colors. Like if
Yeah,
you don't
like
know, if you
you want
don't
to be proud of like house parents. Y'all should know what your kids are doing before they hit that floor. Be proud. If you're a proud parent, check your kids.
right. Okay. And to just, I guess give a summary, be in your house colors, know the actual house colors, and also if you are a 007, you can bring it in black, white, or a rainbow effect. So not just like one solid color, but a pride rainbow effect, and either that or all black and all white. I mean, it's so simple. You really can't you can't fuck this up. Let's honor the legacy of pride and remember prevention is pride. Tonight will award one trophy to the house with the most unified and cohesive dress code. So that's category number one. Are y'all doing that as the first category or as
Yeah,
the
the
what?
first
Yep.
category.
So
I
that's
want to spark it.
basically
I want to spark it up. I want people to get there early, so that's the reason why. And I want to see what house just came out looking the best. What house
yes.
truly put their, really thought about how they're coming out and what they're looking like, and not just a bunch of people thrown together.
And you want to see fashion forward looks, not just people with the same color on.
That's again subjective because that's going to be subjective to the judges, but the judges should know better of what to pick and what to do.
I mean, if somebody house colors is black and white, you don't want to see nobody out there in no white tee.
Right.
So we
Respectfully.
want to see fashion forward looks. I don't care what he's saying. Y'all need to dress for this damn category
But
because
here's the thing: we could have like. Let me see. Let me hold on. Let me rephrase that. Let's just say there is a Bandy house that didn't come because first of all, I do understand this is Florida, so I understand that you guys may not want to get dressed up because I understand it's April. So let's just say a house came with T-shirts of their newest logo, flags,
but that's not a white
bandanas.
tee. I wouldn't even
But
do that because who's picking that over like suits and gowns and shit? I don't know. But
But
remember,
but
you're
but
being
but but, here, but,
competitive
here, but
too.
here's the thing: it can. You know why? Because I said unified. Because why I said most cohesive. There's
Mm.
so many different things. That's what I said. Those things are subjective, and that's why the judges need to think. Need to think. What do they think looks the best? What crew look like they were like? My thing is, what house looks the most proud? What house
And
came up with a
cohesive.
chant? What house are you seeing that you see in the and you're like, you know what? They put a little bit of work into that. You know
Do
what?
they
They
need
they
like a
did their thing
certain
tonight.
number? Do they need a certain number of house members, or does it not matter?
It doesn't matter.
Can it be two? Can it be one?
Well, maybe
Because
I
how
need
can
to
you
talk
be
to my.
cohesive with one?
It
So it has to
can't.
be at
It
least
cannot.
two or more.
It has to be a couple of members. This is kind of a team category. I would think
Right.
that me personally, I would think it would have at least five, at least.
But there's not an official minimum
So maybe
set.
that maybe
It's
that
just
maybe I'll get back to you and put out a number. But realistically, we didn't because I mean in my head it was dress code as a house. So when I think of as a house, I don't think of one to
A
two, three.
couple people.
You know,
Right.
I think a few people that are showcasing, and usually I think of like I think of five. The number five rings in my head, at least.
So y'all just get at least five members, at least. Encourage all your members to come down here. Like we said, it's Miami. It's always a good time. He's not playing no reindeer games with the money. He got his money. I mean, like, come on now. Like at least five people. Okay, so the next category is the category you were speaking about, the Q&A. It's a category called HIV prevention Q&A for one trophy. The question is, with African American and Latino communities being the most impacted by HIV and AIDS, how do you believe the issue has shaped your community, and what can be done to promote prevention and awareness? One representative from a house or a 007 may participate. Responses should be 1 minute or less, and I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Um, Wait, that's not even well. That's kind of the first category, and then we get back into the ballroom pride as a house, which we already explained. He said, kick off tonight by celebrating your house pride, dressing your house colors, and don't forget your flags, t-shirts, jackets, and banners. Oh, so you want to see t-shirts, jackets, and banners?
Like
So
I
do
want,
they
we just
have
want
to
to see,
be
we
banners?
want to see, the houses are a brand. The houses are what's that called? We just want to see people be unified. So whether you guys decide to come in suits and come in thing, whether you guys decide to come in, your jackets, if you guys decide to come in your t-shirts, if you guys just
Oh,
like,
okay. I didn't see this part. Okay, yeah,
it's
I
really
get it.
about it's really
I get it
about the
now. And
unity
it also
and
says he wants you to chant, cheer, and show your unity in your brand. So don't just come out there looking stupid. No, we want to see y'all turn and have pride in your house. We don't want them houses that barely be chanting or think y'all too cute to chant. We want to see y'all in y'all pride. Now the next category is lip sync performance for one trophy for $500. Which rising star? I mean, if everything is coming with the same thing, like why do you even have stuff written down? But I
So
get it.
okay, so I'm gonna tell you why. Because originally
Why?
this was the awards ball, and when I was doing the awards ball, I wanted to give some history. And again, but regardless, it still works because I'm doing an honors ball. I'm honoring people's names in the history so that people names are being recognized and a story is being told. The thing is, you're right. The history part that you guys are reading, it's not 100% necessary because you're not bringing it like none of those people. We just wanted to speak
Acknowledge.
people's name and acknowledge and give back.
I appreciate that. I really like that because if we don't do that for our own, who will?
And that's
You
and
know?
that's really 100%. If if not, who's gonna do it for your own people? Who's gonna look out and tell the story of your own people?
Right. Right. So which rising stars will step onto the stage in a show-stopping look? And this is for lip sync performance for 500, by the way. Which rising stars will step onto the stage in a show-stopping look, leaving the crowd begging for more? Who will steal the spotlight? Like Florida's legendary queens of drag and pageantry, such as icons T.P. Lords, Maya, the Queen of Flips, and legendary Kennedy Davenport, Ebony. I know who that is. And Mother Giselle, Barbie Tichy, Barbie Royale Tichy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love how you definitely paid homage to those ladies. And yeah, you basically want to see the best of
I've
the
never
best
did
when it
lip
comes
sync
to
this
show.
high. This might be my one time and my only time. I want to see if it brings a difference, if it brings out a different crowd. But I feel like why not? This is a thing that we're doing 20 years of history. There's a lot of girls in Florida that works inside of a lot of establishments, Lips, Palace, Our House, all throughout Wilton Manors, Orlando, all these places that are very big on female impersonating shows and things like that. So I'm really hoping that we get some girls to come out and do their performances. Why is there a
Right.
thumbs down?
Probably because you said female impersonating and some of them is femme queens.
Well, everybody's not, so that's why I said, ooh.
Right. Maybe, or maybe you doing that. I think it does that when you on your phone. Yeah, I think
Because
you
I'm
do it
like, what
because
am
you're
I doing?
doing this.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
if you do certain stuff, it like
Oh, okay. Because I'm
do
like,
like
what is that?
this.
Let me see.
I'm on a tablet, so it's not gonna work. But do like this. It should like light up and
It
all
ain't
that type
doing
of stuff.
nothing. No, I think somebody put that little thumbs down on me. Don't be playing with me.
Oh, well, fuck them. Hold on. Okay, for the third category, commentator versus commentator, paying homage to Florida's
So,
iconic, legendary. Or go ahead.
I about to say, I don't even think you need to read them things out. Let's just break them down.
Okay, so let's break down the yeah, because it says a lot and we don't need it. But like he said, you want to go and read all this like history and stuff, all these names. He do got like everybody on here. All the categories is the same. So we just gonna go through the categories for the amounts and just do it like that. Cause I didn't know all these categories was just bringing in your house colors, to be honest. When I
See,
be
that's
doing these
fine.
promo
It's
videos,
okay.
I
It's
look at the
perfect.
thing and I look at the amounts on the categories. I'm not reading the category.
I
I
get
don't
it.
know. So yeah, so this is my first time doing it. So we got Ballroom Pride as a house. That's for 500. Lip sync for 500. He's really generous for that. New performance for 250. He's generous for that too.
I
Best
was
dress
so
for
I'm gonna be honest. I was
1,000.
generous with new performance because I feel like new people deserve to get something in their bag. Those are
I
scary
don't.
categories.
Oh, where you go?
Anything?
You disappeared.
Hold on. Sorry. I'm good.
Yeah.
Am I back? Okay.
You're
Sorry.
back. Okay.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
don't
and
you
I
think they
wanted
need
to.
to like prove themselves first before they start winning grand prizes?
Well, this is where they're gonna prove themselves. So
Okay.
new bitches, come on out and prove yourself.
And you got
Show
250
me
for it. So, are you gonna have like a different category for male figure, female figure, or is it all gonna be the same for new
all,
performance? It says
all
one
gonna
trophy.
yeah,
Yeah,
all
it
gonna
says
be the
one
same.
trophy. My bad. I literally just asked a question that's in my face. I'm sorry. Best dress. We got two trophies: male figure, female figure. You're not doing GNC that
Mm-mm.
night? No, they don't be walking that anyway. So
They
why?
don't.
Why
So
would you do
you're right.
it? Right. So two trophies, male figure, female figure. Next time they have it, maybe more than one person should walk it, and then maybe y'all get included next time.
Correct.
Best dress is 4,000. Open arm runway is 4,000. That's 9 trophies, and that is for all American, tall boy, like tall European, big boys European, small boys European, femme queen runway. Is that trans man runway? Um, Drags runway and women's runway and legendary runway. Is that trans man runway? So what
I
they
don't
walk?
have.
All American?
I don't. I have TM there.
Yeah.
I gotta go back and look.
I'm
No,
gonna
I do
look.
not. I do not have a trans man runway, so I don't. I gotta go back and look. You sure it's not? It should be small, tall, big, tall, small, big, legend. Um. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta go back and look, but I should not
It's
have TM.
definitely yeah, it's definitely on the open our runway. But like you said, you probably just made a mistake and thought it was like a different category. So Bizarre, that's for 500 too. And Bizarre, it could be anything. It just gotta be in the house colors too. Okay. I want to see how y'all do that. And Bazaar is a good category to leave open because I feel like a lot of people can really thrive creatively by just going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that for Bazaar actually. Um,
And Bazaar's pretty
just
big
gotta
in
make sure
Florida.
it's your house colors. Who?
Um, Bazaar's pretty big. I feel like in Florida, I feel like we have a lot of the older houses that continue categories like that. The House of Milan, the House of Ninja, the House of
Yeah, it sucks that
Revlon.
also ain't a part of this ball because that's his category, ain't
Hmm.
it? Yeah.
Maybe he'll be hitting the back of that runway.
He better. No, I'm just playing. Um, open all face. That's your
That's
category.
that's what I want to see.
That's what you That's all he
That's
care about, y'all. No, that's not all he care about, but that's
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 not what I
that's
care
number
about.
one
But
priority. His number one priority is for $3,000. Who will be the last face standing in Miami for our lineup of new face? Is 9 trophies. New face, Bush Queen, women's. Now GNC, y'all can play here. You got GNC. You also have Femme Queens, Drags, Big Girl, Trans Man, and Legendary Face. You're not breaking Legendary Face down into.
I have it. I have it as one.
Yes, I think. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, you have it as one.
Okay, so one it is. I think when I was gonna do it, because at one point I was gonna do male figure face and female figure face, I probably had it separated, but I probably when I put it back in, I just did it as one. But a lot of times, yeah, we just typically do it as one.
So you're gonna do just legends. The legends, all the legends gonna battle each other. Okay. Well, is
Can't
there
change it
any?
now.
Right. I guess right. Pay tribute to Florida's iconic beauty scene while battling for the ultimate prize. Pay tribute to Florida's iconic beauty scene. So I mean, what does that mean? Just look good, basically.
Hmm.
Hmm. And wait, GNC face is separate. So you got GNC face a part of Oh, I see. I see.
Again,
So
it's just again a little history.
okay, so I don't gotta read all that. Okay.
Mm-mm.
All right.
That's why they don't have. I don't think there's numbers by them either. It's just like
Yeah. So yeah, we really going to have a really good time at this ball. He
so
got all the categories. Yeah,
the
you do
next
have
one.
trans man phase. You do have trans man phase. Uh-huh.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
trans men come on and play.
Yes. No, that was runway we was thinking about actually though. Okay. And
The next category that I have on my thing, if I'm correct, if
female
I'm following,
figure.
female figure
Yeah, female
performance.
figure
Yeah.
performance. Um, honoring and that's for $1,000. Honoring the legacy of the femme fatale performance battles. Yeah. Femme queens, drags, and women's. Bush Queen, soft versus dramatics. Why do y'all like doing soft versus dramatic so much?
Because we really feel like it's really two different arts. Um, and the girls be liking to really like let another bitch have it. It's just okay. So I don't know when I came back to Florida and I was like learning how to do balls. I broke down the categories the way that I saw a lot of the categories broken down. So I just kind of like followed it. That's why I don't just do normal European. I do small boy versus big. What's that called? Because I saw the categories like that. So I kind of done the same thing when it comes to Butch Queen performance, where it's been a lot of dramatic versus soft and cunt. Last year, I actually didn't do it like that. I just did it Twister versus sister.
Right. Right. Um, Sometimes I think people can like put themselves in a box, and sometimes I see people that like they'll walk soft, but they're not like really soft like that, or they'll walk dramatics and they're not really dramatic. Like you got motherfuckers busting backflips and soft, and then you got dramatics like doing soft breakdowns. And so I think people just kind of like limit themselves when they try to like fit into that box, as opposed to just saying Vogue film, nah, who the best. But I get what you're saying too, because it is definitely two different arts, and it's like it can make it more interesting because, like I said, it's whenever it's like a soft and cunt category, it's probably maybe like three people that I see that actually really exude like what I think soft and cunt is, to be honest.
No, I
So
feel
I
you.
don't really like seeing that category, but hearing your explanation, I can understand why it's done like that. But
And then the thing was, for a long time in Florida, dramatics was really taken over, and the dramatic girls really wanted to like really let the other girls have it. And then the same thing with the soft and cunt girls. They were just like ill girl, like them girls are just fucking doing
slamming their
somersault
bags,
backflips.
right,
What's it
right.
called? And that's kind of how I think it kind of like sparked up and started, to really be honest. But I know what you
And
mean.
it's just
At the end of the day, you're right. It's kind of like you're putting yourself in a box, and then you kind of have to keep yourself in that box.
yeah. And then right, you going off and you gotta remember like, oh shit, it's soft and cunt. But yeah, but I understand like the history of the city, and I always say like when people are putting these balls together, you got to think about like the market that you're serving. You can't just do what you want to do and then think it's going to make the ball a success. And sometimes these little things, like I don't live down there, so you know better than I do. So
Is
yeah.
my
And
thing
last
blacked
year
out?
that sister versus sister, that was a nice category. So
Thank you. I have a question. Am I blacked out on your thing too? Because when I'm looking at myself, I see. Do you see
you
me?
black out from time to time. It just like it's freezing. But from my understanding, I think when I end this live, it should play back normally,
Okay.
hopefully. That's what, or at least that's what they say when it's like skipping like that.
Okay. No
So
problem.
next category is legendary performance for 500. Category has legendary performance. If you're a legend and you want 500, wear your house colors or black and white if you're 007 and come get the money. Twister versus legendary twist. Oh, so they can't walk the.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just decided I want to focus a little bit on Twist this go round.
Yeah,
The new
Twister versus legendary
Twisters, I
twist.
feel
That's
like we talking,
two
and I feel
trophies.
like a lot of the new Twisters been talking shit that they feel like the old Twisters ain't really got it. This and that third. So I kind of wanted to see a nasty battle, and then I feel like with a lot of Twisters, I feel like sometime when they're battling, a Vogue femme or a femme queen, they just maybe they're not getting the same life. So I wanted them to kind of go back in their same field and play with, it's like more of a era thing versus anything.
Right. So what? Give me one Twister and one Twister legend that you want to see battle.
Um, let me see. Let me think. Do they have to be from Florida?
They could be from anywhere. This who you want to
um,
show up at your ball, like
let
like a
me
like a fantasy pick or something.
let me think. I don't know. To be honest, I don't really have any on the top of my head. I just know that I'm real familiar with a lot of like the older twisters. I feel like, and I wanted to kind of showcase them because I feel like I noticed that a lot of the older twisters don't just walk open to all performance.
Mm,
I feel like they just don't be trying to get themselves out there like that. That's kind of why I kind of wanted to do it, and then giving the opportunity to see if the older girls really got it, or is it the young girls who really got the juice. So I don't really have anybody in my mind per se
I
that I
think the
can.
young ones got the juice, but the older ones got the experience, and they know the language the best.
Yeah,
So I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see
we're
who
gonna see.
gonna.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
It's two trophies. Is it two trophies? Yes,
It's
it's
two
two trophies,
trophies.
and it's one $500. So we're gonna see who is the best that night. We also got Old Way versus New Way for $250.
Hmm.
Bring us to iconic moment like the House of Ninja, Revlon, Gucci, Miss Rahi, Evan have all brought to Florida. Enough said. Hand performance, 250. He really giving like money to every category, damn near. Like it's like he said last year, everybody left with something. Unless if you don't
Every
leave something with this ball, y'all need to take it back to the drawing board because it's so much money being given away. Hand performances for 250. Legendary moments from the legendary Mirage, Revlon, and Mimi Ninja. I don't have to read this. Open all performance, 11 trophies, $2,025. Safe set. Somebody asked a question about this. I forgot what he said though. Okay. So basically, say said message just 11 trophies. Schoolboy, Pretty Boy, Everyday, Femme Queen, Drag, Trans Man, Thug, Legendary Male Figure, and Legendary Female Figure. Tonight it's all about realness with the safe sex message. Who's taking home the crown as the realist? So how do they have to bring that safe sex message? Do they have to actually bring it written down, or do they have to verbally speak it? Oh, look at the dog.
mine too. I'm like,
That's what I was talking
um,
about because I was looking.
oh,
I was like the
um,
dog. Oh.
um, You know what? I need to talk to my other hosts. We didn't really talk about that. We just wanted them to bring a message. We didn't really say if it needed to be verbal or written. I just think, I mean, here's my thing. It's 2,225 dollars. I would just think that your message should be clear, and you would want your message to be known.
Well, the person
I
that
don't
asked
think
is your house
I don't
member,
think
so he
yeah,
should be able to
huh?
get in touch with you. I said the
Yeah,
person
I
that
don't
asked is your house member, so he should be able to get in touch with you.
it's not that. I would think in my mind, I would think maybe, posters, maybe a shirt. I would think some type of visual, if you were like to say it verbally, in my mind, and again, this is just my mind. I'm not saying this is the exact way. Maybe if you were speaking into a loudspeaker, like you were protesting, like I'm just trying to think of like you would
Well,
want
he
your
should be
message
elevated
right. I
instead
wouldn't
of just
think that
coming
you're.
up there
I
like,
don't think that you're gonna come up to the judges and be like, "Hey guys, HIV awareness is that like I would think that you're trying to get your message across.
well, I don't know. I've seen that before, like when they do this type of thing. So that's why I asked, because I mean, normally if it says you have to have it printed out, it'll say that. But I mean, you're giving people freedom to, I guess, do what they want to do, but also encouraging people to step it up and bring your A game. And
I mean, it's $2,225. I would think you
and
want
that's
to
and that's going to one person, right?
Well, yes and no, because I'm not gonna say that it can't be taken as a house, and I'm not gonna say that I'm not.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, okay. So it is house affiliation, but it's just
But typically, one person should be winning that. And the same thing with sex siren. Now, if you guys are in the same house, obviously, I'm
oh
not.
wait, it's an extra 1,000 going to Pretty Boy. Oh no, I read that wrong.
But I didn't get that sponsorship yet, but we'll see if the boys if the that party does it again. Last year they gave me 500. Let's see. I would love so anybody that's on here listening, I would love if I got some money and some sponsorships to break down some of these realness categories and give them all some money. If you guys give me some money, I want to give some money to y'all. I would love to give money to the school boys. I would love to give money to the pretty boys. I would love to give some money to the femme queens. I would love to give some money to all of them and just let my money that I put up be the additional 2025 because we want to know who's the realest. We really like when I did when I did this was right before New Year's. So in my mind, it was like who's going to be the best for 2025.
Right, right. And this is the ball that's kicking off Pride season. So let's see who's gonna be the best. So yeah, like he said, open our realness, $225, 11 trophies, all of the realness categories. And what's next is
Oh, you know what? Something's missing.
what sneaker
No, sneakers.
body
I was
for
thinking.
500. Hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm realizing on my flyer for someone else. I don't have the body for 500 on my. So you guys, I'm realizing that there's a misprint on my flyers. There is a $500 body category, and it's
Yes, it
not.
says ballroom fit bodies are stepping out of the shadow of sex siren for a moment of their own. Yeah, and houses like LaBeija Del Core, Gucci, Milan, Alpha Omega, just to name a few, are already flexing to win. Male figures, your category breakdown is going to be models body and muscular. Female figures, y'all are doing models body and voluptuous.
Voluptuous.
Voluptuous. It is not no M in there. I don't know why I say it like that. Voluptuous. Um, After that is open all streetwear for 250. Open all streetwear. Then sex siren is going to be for $225 again. Tonight the floor is calling you once again. Who will leave their mark and be the new reigning sex
Sex Siren
siren?
was hot last year, so we wanted to make Sex Siren hotter this year.
It was hot last year. It was
I
really
think
nice.
last year it was like the ending battle was like Uno. Did Uno win? I know it was like one of the femme queens.
Yeah,
No,
so
it was the Alpha Omega. I think if I'm correct, I think last year was with. I think the last battle was like Kitten and Uno. I definitely remember them battling because I remember something where he picks her up and it got real sexy.
yeah, it did. And she tried to bend him over or something like that. Yeah, I do remember what you're talking about. Um, because I was just about to put it in the promo video actually. Um, Legends, Florida's Ballroom. Oh, this is just explaining Sex Siren. So yeah, like you said, y'all should really actually go to the event page. Even though all the categories are pretty self-explanatory, you should really read these categories and like familiarize yourself with some of the names being given here because he's giving y'all ballroom history and ballroom knowledge. Um, and that brings us to the last question. I mean, the last category, which is ballroom pride, house with the most people tested for $500. So not only do you get the gift of awareness, but you also can win 500. Pride isn't about just celebration; it's about community care. It's about knowing your status is vital. The house with the most members tested for HIV and STIs will claim the $500 prize and set an example of strength and unity through prevention. Now, do they have to get tested for HIV and STIs
No,
for it to count?
you can go inside the band and get. Here's the thing: we're in 2025. Positive. We are very aware of
Wait, say
that
that
in our
again.
community.
You say here's the thing and say everything else after that.
I said, here's the thing: we're in 2025, and we are aware that there's a lot of people in our community. Unfortunately, well, I don't want to say unfortunately, but there are people who are already affected with HIV. So this isn't just about HIV. This is about people knowing the statuses across the board. There are
Right.
so many other STIs. So you can go inside that van and just get tested for chlamydia, syphilis, gonorrhea, everything across the boards. This is Pride. You guys want to be ready to, you know, make sure that everything is okay. Knowing your status is very important. So the whole thing about this is it's just about prevention. We think prevention is sexy. We think knowing your status is amazing, and also being able to find out about new medications and things of that nature. We're going to be talking a lot about things like that, like some of the new medicines that are out, new treatments, and just being able to provide that information out to the community. One of the things I was very proud about was when some young kids after my ball last year was like, "Hey, Cash, I really enjoyed your ball. Da 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 da. Hey, I got the information. I wrote back to these people. I'm now on prep. Like that's the type of stuff I want to hear.
Yeah.
That's really the way that I feel that I'm doing community work, or I'm actually doing something to help or save lives within this. Prevention is key. So, getting young kids to finally get information, feel comfortable learning about prep, or getting somebody to know that, hey, I'm on HIV meds. I'm not taking them regularly. Hey, I can go get, oh, wow, I didn't know that Cabrinua was a shot that I can take. Let me go talk to my healthcare provider. Let me see if that's something I can change to. Or, hey, um, I'm gagging. I didn't even know that I got this STI, or I've been sitting with this. Let me
Right.
hurry up and go get
Okay.
treatment. Let me go hurry up and get treatment so I'm not spreading this throughout this weekend or to anybody. I want to play safe. I want to be in good standings. And that's typically what this ball was about before it became a bigger thing of money and pride. It was actually about us just knowing our status and us being able to push the community to know it as well.
Okay. And I appreciate that, and that's definitely necessary because, like I said, if we don't take care of us, who will? You know. So I mean, that's pretty much it, y'all. Uh, I'm looking at the comments on YouTube. It's not many. It's just saying, William Crespo said, "Shout out to Cash. Keep doing your thing." Ends with me said, "Ooh, you is fine, Cash." So that's pretty much it. Like I mean, this man is giving out all this damn money. Whether the sponsors come through at the last minute or not, he gonna have his money because he never had his money. And yeah, like shit, we'll see all y'all there on
Make
April the
sure y'all
5th.
there.
Cash,
Book y'all tickets. Book y'all hotels. Look out for the
yes.
parties. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a
Now,
party.
what this question might be a little bit for me. Like, what is the best place to stay in Miami when you come in there for this ball on April 5th? Because I
Okay,
normally
so I'm
stay in like Little Haiti, but I'm looking for new areas.
okay. So downtown Miami is a good area. The Wynwood area is
Now, are
pretty
they
good
charging
too.
you like resort fees down there?
No, I wouldn't think so. Wynwood, and believe it
Oh,
or not,
that's
even
South Beach.
South Beach, is also great too. If you guys can afford South Beach, there's a lot. Okay, if you guys are gonna go on South Beach, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Go on Booking.com and go look for your hotels because they have a lot of unestablished, well, not unestablished, like just not your big main hotels. You will find a lot of local hotels on like Booking.com.
I
Airbnbs
do
are
that
great.
on Google Maps too, and they
I
show you
never.
like all the yeah. I just
Okay,
did that in LA. I got a hotel for like $40. I'm not even lying.
exactly.
I'm not even lying. I was like, what the fuck? So yeah, like go on Google Maps and
Yeah,
it'll tell you like
I had a call coming
the
through. Sorry.
cheapest out of all of them.
And Fort Lauderdale is good too. Um, Even though it's some ways, if you guys have house members, a lot of us live in Broward. Typically, I put my house in like the Hollywood, Fort Lauderdale area, and I just travel or I get us to do Uber, $30 Ubers, and keeping us close to the Fort Lauderdale airport. Sometimes there's parties and events also up there in Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale is not a bad option anywhere. Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, Ventura. Miami,
Yeah,
but the ball itself
is in Miami.
it's in the Wynwood area, which is close to like downtown, which is close to like Brickell, which is like close to like close to like Miami Airport. Everything probably like in a 15-20 minute radius of
Right.
where the ball is. The
Yeah.
ball is typically located in a good area. Another thing I'm gonna say this now that we're on the live, make sure you guys pay for your parking and
Mm.
those things. Although it looks like we are in an abandoned place and that they will not tow, they will gag you sometime and they will tow your car if you did not pay.
And how you got to pay like on the street parking meter
The
thing?
simple cheap parking. One year they came in January, they towed like 6 cars. People was over it. You don't want to go to Miami, get a rental, gag, and then you're paying what's it called? Pay the $8 that it costs you to just keep your car there all night. Pay a little bit of money. Don't be cheap because you might gag.
Or
But
just leave your rental at the damn hotel and just catch an Uber there because you're gonna be drinking, you're gonna be doing a lot, you're gonna go to the after party,
and there's gonna be
and
good food there. There's gonna be
yeah,
strong drinks. I'm gonna make sure that there's food there. There's gonna be food for purchase. There's gonna be food that comes with the tables. And I'm talking about real food. I'm not talking about just like little cheap food. Like, I'm a Caribbean man, so I normally have my Caribbean food ready for y'all. Some Caribbean
right.
soul food. Ready
What are
for the
you? You
table.
Puerto Rican or you Dominican?
I'm Haitian.
You're Haitian. Oh wow.
I'm Haitian.
Oh wow. I never seen them like you.
Yes, I'm a light skinned
Okay.
Haitian. I am part Cuban. Like 70, like very a small part of me is Cuban, but I'm majority
So you
Haitian.
just everything.
No, I'm Haitian and Cuban, but I mean I'm like 75% Haitian. I am a
Okay.
Zoe. I'm Haitian, and I'm just like a bit Spanish. But I feel that I hold a significant weight in the Latino community with everything I've done, pretty much because I've worked in most of the Spanish clubs. And like I said, I'm very big on infusing our communities together. We are still all under the brown umbrella, and that is very important for me. So
Right.
shout out to my Caribbeans, my Latinos, my Black Americans. Shout out to my white people
Right.
and everybody. This is about us coming out together and having fun and being under the LGBT plus QI X, Y, and Z umbrella
Most
together.
definitely. Yes. So on April 5th, 2025, tonight, this night will be your chance to make your mark and create new history. Thank you to all the houses that have built Florida's unforgettable legacy. And here's to 20 more years of Florida's ballroom excellence. Is there anything you want to lead us out with, Cash, before we go ahead and get out of here?
No, I think you pretty much hit the nail. I didn't even expect it to be this long or for us to get this personal, but this was actually a great interview. I
Right.
truly enjoyed
And
you.
there's gonna be a lot of more people that watch it after the fact. Like sometimes it don't be
Yeah.
that many people while we on here, but
And
like
let me tell you something before I get off. Y'all need to book Jay. He's very
right,
professional. He helps promoting. He has the best motherfucking work in
right,
in ballroom right now. That motherfucking those videos, y'all see them? They look great. They're crisp. They're following you.
right,
When you watch his clips of my balls, you feel like you are sitting there right there with us.
right.
Jay does
And I put
great
a
work.
lot of
We
work into what I do. I put a lot of
you
pride into what
do
I do, and I
100%.
appreciate.
That's why I booked you. I mean, I
Yeah, I
love Caesar,
appreciate
and
y'all
I
that do
love
fuck with
Caesar
me.
again. And I love him for
And
what
he'll
he
be there
does as
too,
well,
right?
and he will be there too. But I want to give kudos to your work. You do great work, Jay. You actually really do. You do great
I appreciate
visuals.
that.
You did a great interview with me. If you guys have not booked Jay, continue. If you have not
Right,
booked him, and if you guys already have been booking him, continue booking him. He's so professional, easy to work with, and the proof is in the work.
right.
Baby,
I appreciate that.
he done did like 3, 4 of my balls alongside with what's it called? But them
Yeah,
videos, it ain't no lie.
yeah.
Them videos, they look good. They look good.
And
They really
I
do.
appreciate y'all for fuck with me because, like you said, there's so many options. And by me being somebody that's like relatively new, I mean, well, I've been doing it for five
You're
years
not
now,
new,
but
but I get it. But that's what I said. Some people just haven't had the opportunity to work with you. They need to. I've told Florida that
right,
like they need to book you. Like you do great work. Your visual game is nasty. You actually will be
right,
like he's the type that he's gonna get in the field with you. Get like he's gonna follow and is walking with you. You feel like you're there. Like
right.
he has really taken his visuals to me to elevated to just yeah, it's just
And
elevated.
I
It
plan to
looks
just
good.
continuously elevate them. Like as the years go on, like I have a plan and a vision, and I plan on just keep going up. And you're a part of that as well by doing business with me. Like I said, I ain't never had any problems out of you running behind you trying to get paid or anything like that. You handle your business. You have amazing balls, and yeah, like I said, we can't wait to see what happens on April 5th. Get your
April
tickets
5th.
now. If you don't get your tickets right now, you're gonna be looking stupid because this is gonna be an amazing, amazing ball. Don't be one of them people that's on the live talking about, oh, I wish I was there, or oh, we want to. No, it might not be no live. You
Come
because
on, support. Pull up,
you
support.
come out.
Be there.
I might not go live that night. Y'all need to come out and support this function. He giving out a lot of fucking money, a lot of money, and all he wants is y'all talent and y'all best behavior, and that's it. So
100%.
after that, I want to thank you, Cash, for coming on here, being transparent, and breaking down all these categories of what you expect to see. If anybody has any further questions, you can hit up his inbox or one of the other people that's throwing the ball. If you need to find the event page,
For anything, you guys
it's
need information as far as hotels. You guys need information as
yes,
what's
hotels, travel, anything surrounding Miami, even I don't know, last minute shopping, like he knows the city, so he can tell you around. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Cash, that's where we going from here. We'll see them on April 5th, right? All right, y'all. We out. I think his thing might be frozen.
yeah, I'm sorry, I just got back. It did freeze. But
Okay, I'm sorry.
appreciate
We
you,
out,
Jay.
everybody.
Appreciate you guys. If you guys have any questions, you're more than welcome to hit me up. My other co-host, Scar Revlon, I think his Facebook name is like SB Icon Danny. Um, Instagram, you guys can hit me up. It is Daddy Cash Carter. And I recently created a Pride Fest page for IG, which is I think it's Ballroom Pride Fest. Um, and I'm starting to slowly just put up recaps from last year and different things. Follow us. I'm looking forward to all your support. Let's have a good ball. Let's have fun. Let's love. Let's support each other, and let's have a good time, y'all.
Dope. And we out.
Thank you.
New rhythm captivating.
Hey, this is Lisa Ray, and you're watching Ballroom Culture TV.
What's up, you guys? It's your girl Victoria Monet, and you are watching Ballroom Culture TV.
You want some fab ballroom exclusive content on the ballroom scene? Download Ballroom Culture TV app right now.
After a long day, stress and tension can take their toll. Relief is just a few taps away at TonySean.com. With Tony Sean's mobile massage service, comfort comes directly to you. Professional, certified, and a proud member of the American Massage Therapy Association. No need to leave the house. Tony brings the spa to your door. Each detail is designed to create a calming, rejuvenating experience. Feel your tension melt away under the skilled hands of Tony Sean. Book your personalized massage with Tony Sean today at TonySean.com or call 312-773-7868.